YouTube, what's going on? Listen, I won't take a lot of your time. Before we start this tutorial, just want to let you guys know that for the 4th of July, we're running a special for foundations. You can use this coupon code right here to take advantage of the 4th of July special for foundations if that's something you've been interested in. And we are also updating foundations very soon with a whole nother wave of content. Super excited about it. With that being said, let's start this tutorial. And listen, this is gonna be a little bit different. I did like a little bit of a consultation or whatever. I think the main point that I wanted to give you guys is when you care about your clients and you show it, and the questions that you ask about the consultation is about solving problems for them, they really appreciate you. And right away, you set the tone and you make them feel like, damn, this is a different experience than what I'm used to getting. So let me know what you guys think about this video, about this tutorial. If you've learned anything, definitely smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Appreciate you guys. All right, bro. So tell me what are 2 things you don't like about your hair and 2 things you do like about your hair.
See, 2 things I don't like: my receding hairline and the fact that my hair grows back too fast.
It grows back too fast.
Yeah.
All right. And what are 2 things you like about your hair?
I like it's an easy cut, I think. And I like how I could either go with a taper fade or a ball fade, and still like the way I look.
Okay, cool. I appreciate it. Cool. So I just wanted to show something a little bit different. Like I showed a little bit of the consultation, and typically, you know, I'm always looking for ways to solve a problem on especially with newer clients. So I mean, I've been cutting this particular client for a long time now, and one of the things I know is that he has some like lower densities here in the corner, just like I do. And so you notice that I open the guard up when I'm in the corners here, the recession area, and then I'm gonna close it up the rest of the way, and we're gonna do a number 1 closed with the grain all the way around. He let me know some of the things that he sees that he doesn't like about his hair, and so I'm gonna try to figure out a solution on how to make him like it, like, or not even like it, but like, I don't know, just show effort to take care of his of the things that he doesn't like about his hair, right? I think even if you don't make a big difference, the fact that you're showing your client like you care enough to at least try to make the best possible haircut for him, I mean, that's a little bit of a different experience for a lot of clients. So anyways, we lowered it down to a number 1 with the grain. When we got to the recession area, again, we used a 1 open. Now we balded them out. It's going to be a high taper. I'm going to line this up because I want to be able to color inside the lines, right? So when I'm fading, I want to be able to see the finished result come to life as I'm fading, and it'll allow me to not fade too close to his hairline so that we can keep that as prominent as possible and make that line up really pop. So we have the blade open now, and I'm doing this like I would be doing a regular fade. Like the as high as I'm going, that's about how I would do a normal fade. Now it's closed all the way, and we're gonna go ahead and take that line out. We're blending that line out. Open it up a little bit more as you go up if needed. You can see we took that line out really quick. Like it wasn't that much of an issue, and it's just because you got to go up. Like you got to go up. Some of you guys are just playing with that initial guideline and just flicking at it, and it's not doing anything. All right, next step is my number 1 guard all the way open. And because we already lowered the top down, the foundation of the haircut is a 1 with the grain, which is like equivalent to like a number 2 against the grain, which is going against the natural hair growth pattern. It shouldn't create that much of a line. Like if you notice, I'm kind of just blending right into the hair length on top. Some of you guys might put on that 1.5 guard to do the same job, but I find that if I just use the heel of the guard to do the same, I can accomplish the same thing. Now we still have that little bit of a line there, so I'm gonna go ahead and close my number 1 guard and try to take that line out. If it doesn't take the line out, I would just use my half guard to finish the job. That's the finished taper. We'll go ahead and start to line up the back of the beard, and then we'll carry on to the taper here in the back. Now the taper here in the back is going to be a lot more difficult. He's got all kinds of different hair growth patterns. His hair is growing all different directions, and that's what's causing, if you notice, different shades of color as far as black, right? His hair is black, but it looks darker in different areas here in the back, and it's because of the crazy amount of hair growth directions that he has back here. So again, I'm gonna line it up, and we're gonna fade the back out, keeping the line on both sides of his neck or nape area in mind. Okay, now I'm gonna spend some time back here, I can tell already, just because of the different shades of color. All right, so I'm closed, and I'm doing the same steps that I did on the side, right? You notice same steps. Number one, open. This is using the same system as a foundation. It just helps you stay consistent, guys. The clipper that I'm using for all my new peoples, this is the Babyliss Gold FX. It's just customized. And I made this video a long time ago. This is an old video. If you notice, I don't have a power clip on this thing. You know, when I towards the end, you'll notice I'm using the old Beam Team compressor because the XL wasn't out yet. I found this thing in the archives, and I decided to drop it because I'm gonna try to release more content. The vlogs have been doing amazing, which I'm super ecstatic about. Real quick, if you guys notice, I kind of flipped this clipper around, and I was cutting the hair in all different directions because I want to make sure that I got the hair to the length the desired length that I wanted. Because if you notice on the left side of his head, that his hair grows upwards and then in the middle it grows downwards, and then on the right side it grows upwards. Because of that, like, that's why I was moving my clipper all the way around to try to get it all the same length. But like I was saying, guys, like, the vlog's been doing amazing. I'm so ecstatic about it, man. And yeah, it was kind of sort of clickbait a little bit. The one before the last vlog I did, the views were amazing, like, compared to all my other vlogs. And then I did do a little bit of a clickbait. Not really. Like, 10 minutes of the last vlog was about going out of business. I never said that Tune 45 was going out of business, but some of you guys got really upset about the clickbait thing. Hopefully you guys watched it and you found value in it. I'm really trying to be transparent and really give you guys nuggets, really give you guys insight from my experiences. I'm just sharing what I'm learning through it. And honestly, I wasn't trying to make it clickbait. I really did talk about going out of business, but it wasn't necessarily Tune 45. But honestly, if that's why the vlog got so many views in 2 days, shoot, I'm happy. Like, I'm happy. Some of you guys would have never clicked the video if it wasn't for a title that looked like it was my downfall, and that's messed up. So anyways, same thing. Number one is open. We didn't use a 1.5 guard either on the sides or back. I went ahead and did this side of the taper because it's literally the same exact steps. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the lineup. Now, his beard doesn't really connect around like the lip line, so you know, I try to keep it as wide as possible while still connecting it, making it look full all the way through. Now, he talked about his hairline during the consultation, so I'm really taking my time here. I'm going to take my time. You know, this is where I'm going to focus the most, and I just want to make sure that his hairline looks nice and full and sharp. Okay, so before we go ahead and put the color enhancement on, I'm going to clean the skin. I'm gonna clean it with some type of oil removing product, some type of astringent. You know, alcohol kills bacteria, but it doesn't remove oil. So you need like an aftershave that has an astringent in it, or you need like or you know what's really good? Cleansing wipes. Right? Once you've done that, now the skin is nice and clean, and we can go ahead and start to apply the color enhancement. And we're using No Drip, of course, which is Tune 45's beard and lineup. Enhancement is designed to stain the skin. If you're spraying it all over the hair and you're not getting it on the scalp, it's going to come off. It has to get onto the skin. Sometimes you'll see me grab a comb, lift hair up, just to make sure that the color's actually getting onto the skin. But this color enhancement is waterproof, shampoo proof, like nothing's gonna take it off besides alcohol and losing layers of skin, which happens every time you shower. But what I suggest to clients is just rinse. Do not scrub. All right, and what you're gonna see now is with the razor, this is really gonna pop. I'm using my slim lines. This is real old. I haven't used these in forever. Matt Get the Hands got them at his station right now. All right, now we'll go ahead and do this side. And a little goes a long way, guys. Long ways, guys. I tried not to make it look too fake. I literally sprayed the minimal amount of layers of color in order to keep it as natural as possible. You could layer it on there more, get it darker, but then you start to lose that natural look, I feel like. So I try not to overdo it. Go ahead and throw that razor game on there, using the Beam Team Ash effect. But I didn't spray any spritz. That's just from cleansing the skin, making sure it's clean. There's no oil. That's where that ash is coming from. It's not coming from spritz or color pencil or anything like that. And honestly, this doesn't work for everyone. Like, if you want this effect on some people, you need to use, a spritz or the color pencil or whatever you want to use to get this effect. Because not everybody's skin, will dry up and give this effect. I feel like my skin does, but on some people it just don't. And then like his neck area, you can see it does bump up. He has a definitely has a resume on his skin there. So I don't use the razor underneath, and if I use the shaver, it's gonna be probably just with the grain, and very minimal passes, because I don't want to create irritation. And what I'll do is I'll ask the clients, how's your skin feel right now? Is it burning? If it feels irritated, I'm not going to put the razor on there. And I'll let them know. As a matter of fact, once I let them know, I'll follow it up with either the shaving gel, because it has aloe vera to soothe the skin, or some type of aftershave balm to soothe the skin. Okay? But we're using the razor around his lip line, getting it nice and sharp and close. And I'm using my comb to wipe away excess debris so that I can see the line for what it truly is, right? And by him doing this with his lips, it stretches the skin around his, around the goatee area. So I can use one hand. I don't have to use my other hand to stretch the skin, because he's already doing it. It's easier that way for me. So there's the finished look, man. We got the hairline, I feel like crispy, on fleek, symmetrical. That was his biggest concern, and I think that we did a good job of making that a priority. Thanks for watching, guys.